Good evening, Madam President and trustees. I appreciate the opportunity to share the superintendent's update. We're getting ready to approach Thanksgiving next week already. It's kind of amazing that we've reached this milestone of the 2023-24 school year already. I just want to share that in our gratitude list right at the top is our gratitude for the tremendous work of our teachers and staff teams, our supportive parents and families and community who work together to serve and support our students and ensure that they are growing and learning every day. And just want to give a shout out of gratitude to our students. We have a lot of you out there getting your homework in. Will you wave at us out there, students? There they are, right there. Okay. Is it Huron High School? Okay, very good. Let your teachers know we're really proud of you for doing that. That's great. Where are they from, Fred? Pioneer. Okay, great. We're proud of Pioneers also. Yes. We want to give a big shout out today to our Ann Arbor Public Schools paraeducators. Trustees, today is National Educational Support Professionals Day, a day sponsored by National MEA. And more importantly, it's a day when we take a moment to recognize and to thank our paraeducators and our education support professionals for the critical service that they provide our students and teachers every day. Everything from the front office secretary to the wheels on the bus that have to go around to our classroom in school paraeducators. And I appreciated Fred, your remarks. Our paraeducators do heroes work every day with our most challenging students and in some of our most difficult situations. We would not make it without them. And we're so grateful. And I've shared a message out, and you have that link, trustees, in your update. We know that November is the official time that we dedicate to honoring Native Americans and celebrating the rich cultures, traditions, histories, and important contributions of Native people. While we honor and celebrate individuals of Native American ancestry every day in our classrooms and across our schools in the AAPS, during November, we explore and deepen our collective awareness and understanding through art and literature and many cultural and learning connections across all of the content areas. We are a stronger school community as we honor, embrace, and celebrate our diversity, continually create a culture and conditions for belonging at school. And we value those connections that unite us as an inclusive Ann Arbor community. We've shared a more lengthy statement on Native American Heritage Month, and we put that out on the website in the district. Last week or the week before, the month is moving quickly. We were also delighted to give special thanks to our AAPS school psychologists during National School Psychology Week. This is a time when schools throughout the U.S. recognize and highlight the important work of school psychologists. They are important members of our team every day in the AAPS. They support students in developing essential social and emotional skills to inform their academic success. So we really appreciate our school psychs. They not only work with our students, I see them working with everyone in the school, and we just appreciate their contributions. Veterans Day on Friday, we sent out a message, and on Saturday, our nation and our community paused to honor and thank all those who have served our country for their service and their commitment to our freedom. We express our deep gratitude to the nation's 18 million veterans, including over 500,000 Michiganders, for their service and sacrifice in protecting the citizens of our great state and country. We honor these brave women and men who defend our freedom. And on our own Board of Education, we honor Trustee Crystal Dupree for her proud service in the U.S. Army. And I'm sorry she's unable to be present this evening, but we send that honor out to her. At our high schools, our schools are busy places. As we approach Thanksgiving, it gets busier every week. Congratulations to Pioneer and Skyline. We just got the news that they have been awarded AP Honor Roll Silver status from the College Board for the 22-23 AP testing cycle. Now, there are a number of criteria involved in being designated as a Silver Status Award AP Honor Roll school, but they are roughly things about college culture at high school, college credit, meaning 25% or more of the graduating cohort have at least one AP exam during high school, whether passed or not. Just having the experience raises students up in their readiness for college. And then thirdly is that college optimization area. So Pioneer and Skyline are among 1,430 students who are recognized nationwide with the silver level AP School Honor Roll recognition. And congratulations, Pioneers and Skyline Eagles. We've enjoyed the fall drama productions, and congratulations to all of our students and our drama departments, our staff. I was delighted to see Trustee Carajero also out at that same performance to get to experience some of Huron's Little Women production. Was delighted. It was directed by AAPS Community High School alum Clarence Collins, who is famous in his own right. He was the director of that production. Skyline also has had Pirates of Penzance, Pioneer, PTG, Adams Family, and Communities Museum will continue here over the coming days. All wonderful presentations. If you have not been, you will just be amazed at the quality and the level of performance in our high schools. Now at K-8 and middle schools, they are continuing with fall parent-teacher-student conferences. Our teachers have been working hard and they're just about to wrap up. Our fall NWEA reports will be sent home to parents, middle and K-8 parents. That will be on this Friday, November 17th. So watch for that. We're delighted to share that Ann Arbor Open's first robotics team received the Judge's Choice Award and was awarded third place for robot design over last weekend. And this evening, as we are here, A2 STEAM is hosting its middle school expo. I'm sorry we're missing it. It truly is a sight to behold. Our elementary schools are also wrapping up parent-teacher conferences. We really appreciate our parents coming out and joining by Zoom as they prefer. Parents of elementary students, Term 1 report cards and NWEA reports will be shared via electronic secure send on Tuesday, November 21st. So you'll have those just in time for Thanksgiving, elementary parents, and thanks to our team for making that happen. I do also want to share that every school in the district, our teams are busy with the organization of the winter giving efforts. So we'll talk more about that a little later in the update, but it's a very important time this week and then during that time between Thanksgiving and winter break, where we support our families who very much need and appreciate that extra support on the side. Our monthly APAC meeting on Monday, November 6th was a focus on sexual development, gender identity, and sexuality for students with disabilities. Dr. Susie Nagoob from Sumfield Center presented on this important topic. I'm so grateful that APAC does present on this topic for our parents of students with disabilities. I also appreciate that month after month, our special ed leadership team and members of the team host that parent to administrator connection time at 6 p.m. just before the monthly APAC meeting. I'm so delighted that after many years of doing this, trustees, we have parents who continue to take advantage of that time and connect with their assistant director or their director, ask questions about their student, their services. I just really appreciate that that structure continues to be in place. Now, if you saw extra nurse-looking individuals in our schools yesterday, these were nursing students from EMU, and they spent the day out with 8 of our nurses shadowing to learn what a life in the day of a school nurse is like. I hope out of that we'll be able to recruit more nurses. They are hard to find, and we really appreciate that partnership with the EMU. The Office of Special Ed also wanted to give a shout out, an extra shout out tonight to our para-educators on Education Support Professionals Day. I just wanted to note that Human Resources team has been over at EMU doing a job fair this past Wednesday. They continue to recruit for part and full-time employees. As you know, trustees, just like our budget process we'll talk about in a few minutes, this recruitment goes on year-round. It is no longer cyclical. We are seeking great talent for the district all year round. I'm proud to share that the para-educator interviews yielded 10 additional candidates for consideration, and thank you to those of you who helped out on that job fair. In the area of technology, Heather Thomas and Chris Thomas from the ITD team attended the Oakland Schools AI Summit for guidelines and policy on November 13th. I know, Trustee Basquette, that you and other trustees have been requesting a session for the board, and I'm happy to share that we had folks out at a session who'll be bringing that information back to our own internal AI study group, our Teacher Learning Network, for their meeting in December. So trustees, that work is ongoing, and Ms. Parks will, I know, be a part of coordinating all of that with you. The tech team, which supports our capital projects work, is getting ready to put the transportation building back together. Trustees, you recall that over the spring and summer, our transportation building, which really had no work in many decades, had some very important work completed there. So they're getting ready to reoccupy. ITD is beginning those meetings to plan the reinstallation of technical setup over the next couple of weeks. As you all know, the Transportation Center is a very tech-heavy environment with routing and lots of important tasks going on there. The tech team is also wrapping up Raptor staffing setups and special team workflows needed to support our district safety and security team. As a reminder, Raptor is that platform that really provides multiple services directly around safety and security needs, including visitor management, emergency management, and reunification. They are also ramping up for a reunification safety and security training coming up in December in the district. We'll hear directly from our capital programs team this evening, so I won't go too much into their updates, except to share that solar installation and the hookups at Tappan, we're coordinating with DTE, and that will be scheduled here over the coming Thanksgiving time. So we're really excited to get the solar cranked up and running on Tappan. The I think I shared the transportation piece. I'm sorry, that may be in there twice. But the fuel upgrades, including their new pumps, are also being installed, completing before the end of December. The Durham team will be relocating over there from Ballas. They've been at the Ballas Operations Center temporarily. They'll be headed back to the Transportation Center during the first week of January. I'd love it, trustees, if you all were able to schedule a visit over there just to see the rejuvenated Transportation Center sometime. The technology infrastructure, trustees, you're aware we had an issue over at Clegg, and I'm really grateful to the ITD team for getting that situation, that repair and completion and construction completed this Friday for November 17th. We are busy on our district focus on well-being. I appreciated the remarks of Fred Klein and also Natasha York. We, as we know, trustees are addressing realities in Ann Arbor Public Schools. They are our challenges to face. And one of those is really around well-being. And there are many factors involved. You shared some of them this evening, Mr. Klein, but really we are working on this focus throughout the year of emphasizing our work on well-being. This fall, we're reviewing data from our staff well-being survey. Just yesterday, our team was here in this building conducting a root cause analysis on some of the results that we see from our teacher survey, our staff survey. And really, they worked particularly on this idea of time at work to complete the job, a challenge we're all very familiar with, and especially our school teams. This month, we'll be exploring the area of protection from harm. So, Mr. Klein, your comments were right on target with the focus of this month's session, to protect from harm. And I appreciate the leadership of Ms. Jenna Bacalor, Mr. Bill Harris, and others on this well-being work. But just a little more about the protection of harm, that it is about creating the conditions for physical and psychological safety as the critical foundation for ensuring mental health and well-being in the workplace. Anything else we do on well-being will ring hollow if we aren't achieving these foundational essentials in ensuring well-being. So 3 steps that the National Institute of Health framework recommends are normalizing and supporting the focus on mental health. Secondly, prioritizing workplace physical and psychological safety. And thirdly, operationalizing diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility norms, policies, and programs. So the upcoming early dismissal on December 6th for all of our staff will focus on our continuing work in this effort. And I appreciate everyone who's involved. There is no topic more important for our entire system and our community at this time. I want to give a shout out to our district strategic partners, Miss Nancy Shore, Miss Jenna Bacalor. There is updated report on their website. And I just want to flag that Ann Arbor is known as the community of giving. Many people are reaching out to us at this time of year. And I just want to remind folks that all the information is here if you'd like to reach out and give. They absolutely work very hard to connect the specific needs of families and students in our schools with specific donations so that we don't hit or miss that. There's a lot of effort to make sure those are matched. There are resources for winter clothing, food, and gifts. Also resources for families, for free car seats, health and mental health, and online tutoring. Remember always our communication at Twitter, at A2 Schools and A2 Schools Super, on Facebook, on our A2 Schools podcast, and on our YouTube channel. We also regularly publish the BOE update newsletters. We have shared out inclement weather, but before we go on Thanksgiving, always want to remind everyone, in case of inclement weather, we use all those channels and everything is outlined in the weekly update as a friendly reminder. Trustees and AAPS community, as we celebrate this Thanksgiving, while we have many challenges that we face, we have so much to be grateful for in the Ann Arbor Public Schools. Our gratitude begins with our 17,000 beautiful children. I'm sorry. We're so grateful for each and every one of them. We take it as an honor that we have the opportunity to educate them every day. We thank our parents for trusting us with their children. We're grateful for our teachers, our support staff, and our leaders. They show up every day for one reason, and that is to serve children. We're grateful for our parents and our community. We all together make this a stronger, more connected school community. We do not take for granted that quality public schools are the direct result of positive and engaged, supportive and caring communities, parents, families, and community members. Thank you for the opportunity to share the superintendent's report this evening.